In the last class, we discussed about what is inheritance, basics on inheritance, and types of inheritances, what is subclass, what is superclass, how to acquire the properties from subclass to superclass to subclass, and what is a final key, and what is different types of examples we saw on inheritance. In this class, we are going to discuss about other concepts in the inheritance. Those are first, this is called method overriding. Method overriding. Okay, now, so how we can override the methods? Okay, now already we created, you wrote some methods. So those methods we are going to override. Okay, now how we can override? So what is the meaning of method overriding? Okay, we have to see. Declaring a method in subclass which is already present in parent class is known as method overriding. Okay, now whatever the method already we declared in superclass means parent class, that method we can override. Again we can we can write in the subclass. That is called method overriding. Okay, now declaring a method in subclass which is already present in parent class is known as method overriding. Okay, overriding is done so that a child class can give its own implementation to a method. Okay, now whatever the method we override from parent class, in this child class, subclass is nothing but child class, it's having its own implementation on a particular method is already provided by the parent class. Okay, that is a method overriding. In this case, the method in parent class is called overridden method. Okay, now whatever the method we already wrote in the parent class, that method we can call it as a overridden method. Already ridden, రాసింది కాబట్టి overridden method. And the method in child class is called overriding method. Okay, now so again we can write, then that's why we can call it as a overriding. Okay, now already it is in the parent class, that is called, that method is called as overridden method. So we can override that method in this child class. That's why in this child class method is called as a overriding method. Okay, now method overriding is done of the way by which Java achieve runtime polymorphism. Okay, now overloading is a static time polymorphism. Overriding is a runtime polymorphism. We are having two types of polymorphism: static polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Static polymorphism means what, ma? At compile time. At compile time, but this is at run time. Okay, method overriding is mostly when we achieve at the runtime polymorphism. Okay, now so method overriding example, we can see one example for method overriding. Let's take a simple example to understand this. We have two classes, a child class, boy, and a parent class, human. Human is the parent class, boy is the child class. Okay, so a boy class extends human class. Like this we can, how we can extend the child classes? When we extend these child classes with the help of parent class. Here the parent class who human, who is the child class here? Boy. So the boy is extends from human. Both the classes have a common method void eat. When two methods are having the same method, eat method. Boy class is giving its own implementation to eat method, or in other words, it is overriding the eat method. Okay, the purpose of method overriding is clear here. The class wants to give its own implementation to that when it calls this method. It prints boy is eating instead of human is eating. Okay, now are you understood? So what I said, here we are taken one classes in method overriding concept. So what is that? The human is the parent class. So from that parent class we are extends the child class, that is boy. So what is overriding, method overriding? We can implement our own implementation of the child class. So what is the method we are taken from both classes? Eat method. Why eat method? So eat method. So when you are override this eat method in the child class, so automatically which output we will get? Suppose in this method, human method, I wrote eat method. In this method, I print one statement. Okay, human is eating. Okay, now again I wrote same method in child class, that is boy class. That is also eat method. Here I print one statement, that is boy is eating, for example. So when I override this same method in child class, so when I execute this, automatically it performs runtime polymorphism. Which output we will get? The boy is eating. The boy is eating. So that statement it will be princess. Okay now. So both the methods, but the child method is having its own implementation. What you are implemented, that will be the printer. Okay now, that is the example easily. Okay now, here I taken the example. This is animal, is a parent class. So here we are performing overridden method. Okay, na? That is called what? Here are data 1. So animal related. So data 1 move method, and what is that? Eat method. So here in this animal you can extend the dog, for example. So data 2 move to again bark. So this is the subclass. So override, from this we can override. Okay na? So this is the this is the parent class and this is the subclass. This is the superclass and this is the subclass. So this is overridden method. Already we wrote this is the overridden method. But this is overriding method. This is overriding method. Okay na? So this is called overriding. ఎవరు PPTs operate చేద్దామా, just listen. So this is the example we are taken for that. So here I am taking the parent class is vehicle. Okay na, parent class is vehicle, class vehicle, class name. So void run. So what is the method I wrote here? Run method. Void means what? There is no return type. Okay na, so run method I wrote. So in this method I print one statement. What is that? Vehicle is running. What is my vehicle is running? Okay, I close this my method regarding to the parent class. Then I extend child class from parent class. So what is the syntax? Class child class name extends parent class. Here class, what is the child class? Bike. I took bike. Extends is the keyword to extend the child class from parent class. Okay, extends. So what is the parent class? Vehicle. Okay, the class name always be the uppercase. You have to remember the basic concepts always. Okay, then open this child class and extended class and wrote one method, main method, public void, static void method. And here in this method I wrote bike. I want to access this child class. I need to create an object for child class. So what is the syntax? Class name space object name equal to new class name. What is the class name? Bike. Object name I am taken obj. So equal to new bike. Okay, now this is the new keyword. Already explained what is the purpose of this. Okay, now from this I access the run method. So I access the run method. Okay, now so already we know the syntax to access the method in child class. So what is that? Object name dot method name. Object name dot method name and with the semicolon. So what is the object name? Obj dot. Dot is the access specifier. Okay na? So object name dot, what is the method name? Run method. So end with semicolon according to the syntax, and with the semicolon. Then automatically whatever the run method we are having, it will be all stored in the particular object obj. So then close this main method and close the class. Okay, then so class human. So what, according to that, what is the output we are getting? vehicle is running. So this we are not write any string here, any statement here. We are not print any statement here, but directly we are accessing the method into the child class. That is called overriding method. Overriding method. Automatically, whatever the thing is having in that particular method, that will be print here. So what is the output? Vehicle is running. Okay. Then another example. So class human. Class human. So human is the parent class or super class. So this is overridden method. So what I explained in my theoretical part, the parent class is called overridden method. For easy understanding for this, comment whatever put the comment, this is for your easy understanding. Okay now. So then I wrote one method, public void eat. Okay now, public anywhere we can access. Okay now, I am using here access specifier or modifier public. So we are having different types of access specifiers, public, private, protect. Okay now, డిఫాల్ట్ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకేనా. పబ్లిక్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం, వై వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ పబ్లిక్, వీ కెన్ యాక్సెస్ ఎనీవేర్. ఓకేనా, దట్స్ వై వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్. ఓకేనా. పబ్లిక్ వాయిడ్ ఇట్ మెథడ్. ఓకేనా. ఇన్ దిస్ మెథడ్, ఓపెన్ దిస్ మెథడ్. ఇన్ ద మెథడ్ ఐ ప్రింట్ వన్ స్టేట్మెంట్ దట్ ఈస్ human is eating. Human is eating. ఓకేనా. Then close the method and close the class, parent class. Then here I extend the child class from parent class. Okay na. So the child class name is boy. Class boy extends human. Okay na. So open the class. That is called, the class method is called overriding method. Means the child class method is called overriding method. The parent class method is called what? Overridden method. The child class method is called overriding method. So here public void eat, same method I write here, that's why it is overriding. So open this class. Here I print one, boy is eating. Okay. In this program, in this child class, I can't, I'm not print any statement. Okay, just I directly access the method. Automatically, according to that method, I will print the same output. Okay, that is the thing. Okay na. Here in this I override the method and I will print one statement also here. Okay na. So that is here system dot out dot println boy is eating. Okay na. Close this method. Then here I wrote the main method. So what is that? Public static void main string args. Okay na. Here I create one object for child class to access that. So this will call the child class version of eat. Okay na. So we child, whatever the thing we want to access, we can create this object. So what is that syntax to call the object? Object name dot method name. What is the object name? Obj dot, what is our method name? Eat method. So automatically, so it will access the thing. So here close this method, close this main class. Okay now. So what is the output here? Boy is eating. So actually we will get one doubt. So ma'am, we are rewrite this same eat method. In the same eat method, the parent class having human is eating, but we are accessing that with the help of this syntax while creating an object for child class. Okay now. So we need to get the output human is eating now. No. Here we print another, say the same another string for child class. Okay na. The human is eating is overridden by the boy is eating. In the above program, we are not write any statement in this particular child class. So automatically it will print vehicle is running. But in this program, we are printing our own statement in the child class. Okay na. Boy is eating. So when you are overriding the parent method eat here, so automatically it will override the particular human is eating. Okay na, that then we will get the output. So whatever the statement we are printing in child class, boy is eating. Okay na, these are the two important programs, above program and this program. We are having small changes. So in this previous program we are not print any statement in this child class. So here we are printing the statement boy is eating. So that will be overridden here. It's the child class will take its own implementation. So this is the its own implementation. That is called method overriding. That is called method overriding. So are you understood this? What is the method overriding? Along with examples. Next, final keyword. So we are using the final keyword. So the final keyword has its own importance. Okay, now every keywords in this any programming language that they are having their own purpose. Okay, and those are system defined words. Those can be defined by the authors who are developing the particular programming language. Okay, now that is important. So this final keyword. The keyword final has three uses. So when you are using this final keyword, it has three uses. First one, to create a constant variable. First one, to create a constant variable. Second one, to prevent overriding. To prevent overriding. Third one, to prevent inheritance. First one, to create a constant variable. Second one, to prevent overriding. Third one, to prevent inheritance. So first one, to create a constant variable. So a variable can be declared as final. Suppose we are declaring one variable. So how to declare variable? Data type, variable 1, comma variable 2 and so on, n number of variables. So in front of this declaration, okay, now we are adding final. So that is meaning of creating a constant variable. Okay, so a variable can be declared as final. Doing so, uh, sorry, doing so prevent its constant from being modified. This means that you must initialize a final variable when it is declared. So for example, class final demo is the class name. So here I wrote main method, public static void main, string args. So in front of this, so here I initialized the variable int I is equal to 2 and with semicolon, that is the variable initialization. So in front of this I am using final keyword. Okay, then I will print system.out.println I. Okay, now so then I want to increment I is equal to I plus 1. So we are not when we are writing like this, so error final variable value cannot be modified. So why it's not? Generally what is the answer for this? Actually according to this instruction, I is equal to I plus 1. What is I? 2. 2 plus 1 3. But we are not get the output 3. Why? Because so when we are using this final keyword in front of this variable, so it's not changed. The value is not changed. Okay, now it is constant. What is constant? What is meant by constant variable? A constant variables are not changed while during the program execution. That's why they are constant. Okay, na? So this here according to this it will gives the error. Okay, na? Without this it will print the output 2. Okay, na? That is the purpose of final keyword. So for this constant variables, are you understood? To create a constant variable, we want to create a constant variable, we are using final keyword in front of variable declaration or variable initialization. Okay, it's not change this value while during the program execution. That's why they are called as a constant variables. So it's not change, we are using this particular final keyword in front of either declaration or initialization. Then next one, to prevent overriding. Okay, now to prevent a method from being overridden, specify final as a modifier at the start of its declaration. Methods declared as a final cannot be overridden. Okay, now so as it is. So we are overridden some methods from parent class to child class. When you are using this final keyword in front of this method declaration, so we can't overridden. So we want to avoid this overriding. Uh, we want to prevent that. Then the situation we are using this final keyword. That is the meaning of it. Here we can see an example. Class A, the parent class. So final, we are using this void method is final. We can print one statement. This is a final method. So then close this method, close the class, parent class. We are extend the class B from class A. We are extend child class B from parent class A. So then we can open this class and write void method. So here already we are using here final keyword. Here we can just override. So it will give the error. It cannot be override. So according to this statement, so this cannot be override. Okay, now then we can print illegal. This is illegal. So what is this meaning? So when we are writing this final keyword in front of the definition of a particular methods, so it's not overriding in the child class. When you're trying to override, it will give the error. Okay, now that is the importance of this final keyword. Next, so to prevent inheritance. Inheritance means what? Acquire the properties from parent class to child class. Okay, na? To prevent inheritance. Okay, well, we are avoiding in this particular program, we want to avoid the inheritance from multiple inheritance, for example. So in this case, we are using this final keyword where we are not. Okay, na? So that is to prevent inheritance. To prevent a class from being inherited precedes the class declaration with final. Declaring a class as final declares of its method as final. For example, final class A. So we are in front of declared the parent class. So in front of that we wrote final keyword. So when we want to extend this child class from parent class, we are getting error. Error cannot create a subclass from A. Why? Because so here already we have put final keyword. For which purpose? To prevent inheritance. Okay, now we are not in the parent class doesn't want give any properties from him to his child. Okay, now in this situation, we are using this final keyword in front of the definition of a particular uh, parent class declaration. Okay, now. So this is a example for is a example for this. Okay. That is the importance of final keyword. We want to prevent the overriding, we want to prevent the inheritance, and also we need to maintain the constant variables. Okay, na? So in this case we are using this final keyword. So that is the importance of final keyword. Next, when constructors are called. So already I told what is constructor. Okay, now we are creating an object. Okay, now so for creating an object, that entire the procedure is called as a constructors. Okay, now so here in a class hierarchy, constructors are called in order. Okay, according to the class hierarchy, constructors are called in order of derivation. According to derivation, they will called in order, one by one, in order, from superclass to subclass. Okay, now from superclass to subclass. So that is the one point. Next, super method. Here that is the super is the method. Must be the first statement executed in a subclass constructor. Okay, if super is not used, implicitly default form of super is, okay now, within the parenthesis defaultly it will access super method will be invoked each subclass to call default constructor of superclass. So when we write, we can use if super is not used implicitly, default form of superclass is within the parenthesis, so we will write super method will be invoked each subclass to call default constructor of superclass. Okay, now how we can call in order from superclass to subclass with the help of this method. Okay, next. So this is the very importance of super class. So we want to declare, so we are using this super class. So that is the importance of it. No one operate the PPTs ma. PPTs are going to hide. Just listen, don't operate the PPTs. Okay, now we want to perform we want to write the things in order. So from super class to subclass. So we are using this super method. Okay, now so within the parenthesis we will write the super method. So that is the importance of this super method to put the things in order from super class to subclass. Okay, so this is a very important point. It will ask you for 2 marks questions also. What is final keyword, and what is the super method, and what is the constructor, how to create objects, what is the syntax for creating an object. Okay, na? What are the types of constructors, what is static polymorphism, what is runtime polymorphism. These all questions will be asked for short answers in this unit. What is inheritance, what is superclass, and what is overriding, and what is overridden, what is overloading. Okay, these are all the 2 marks sub questions also. So what is final keyword, where we are using this final keyword, these are all also. Wait ma, nobody use the operate PPTs ma, it's getting some disturbances. Okay, this is the example program for it. So this is the parent class A. So I wrote the method. So A, just I wrote the method. It's a super class, super method, like here I is a, who is the super class A. So A method. So I print a statement inside A's constructor. Inside A's constructor. Let's close this method, close the parent class. So we are extends the class B, child class B from parent class. So again for this I wrote this thing. Here I want to print inside B's constructors. So according to I print 2 statements of A and of B. So again I extends another class, that is class C extends from class B. Okay, now that is class C extends from class B. So here that is the class method. Here is the inside C's constructor, and close the method and close the class. Class calling constant. Okay, and means constructors. Under the class name calling constructors. So how we will call in order? In order we can call. So for this we can write the main method. So we are creating one object to call them. So that is C is the class. Which class it is? C, this class. So C class name is C, object name is small c equal to new class name. Okay, this is the constructor according to constructor. Okay, then close this and then close this. So what is the output we are getting? What is the first one? A is constructed. What is the second one? B is constructed. What is the third one? C is constructors. So we will get one doubt, ma'am. Just we are here, we wrote one thing. So why, according to this, we will print this only. But how we are? So when we wrote this, create an object to access them, automatically this child class C extends from where? Class B. Class B extends from where? Class A. Automatically the class A and class B are the members of the class C. Automatically they are the members of the class C. Okay, na? Then according to this we are printing the with the help of constructors, we are printing them in order from superclass to subclass. Okay, now so what is the first superclass? A is constructor. Next, what is that? B is constructor. But B is the superclass to C's. That's why after B's we will print C's constructor. So that is the importance of this. With the help of constructors we can print in order. So from superclass to subclass. Next, dynamic method dispatch. This is a very important question. Dynamic method dispatch. This is also called late binding. This is also called as late binding. Dynamic method dispatch is the mechanism by which a call to an overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. Okay, na? That is the main purpose of this dynamic method dispatch. Okay, now when an overridden method is called through a superclass reference, Java determines which versions of method to execute based upon the type of object being referred to at the time of call occurs. So that is the dynamic. When we are performing the things while execution, while running, that is called dynamic method dispatch rather than compile time. So this is the program. Example, class A void call me is the method. So in this I print inside A's call me method. So close this and close B. Extends B from A. Here I can wrote the method call me. So overridden. Then I will print inside B's call me method. From this I extend C from A. C from A. Multiple inheritance. Multi-level, not multiple inheritance. This is multiple inheritance, not multi-level. Okay, now class C extends A. So void call me again. In this inside C's call me method, close the method and close the class. Here I create the my program main class dispatch, dynamic dispatch. So I wrote the main method here, public static void main string args. So I can create objects for individual to each and every class, class A, class B and class C. So that is A, object name is A equal to new A. B, small b is the object name equal to new B. C, small c equal to new C. So this is the thing we can going to array. So then we can access them to this particular method. So here we are taken r is equal to A. From this I am calling this method call me to particular object r. Then B to r. Again call me to r. C to r. So according to this we will get the output inside A's call me method, inside B's call me method, inside C's call me method. So this is the output we are getting here. Okay, according to the order also. So this is the output for this program. Next, abstract method. Abstract method. So what is abstract? So hidden the main thing. So mainly hidden the implementation. It's only view the overview of the things. That is called abstract. So here we are talking about abstract method. A method without implementation or body is known as abstract method. When we wrote a method without implementation, means without body, brace and close brace in front we are writing some statements na, that is called body. Okay, that is also implementation of its own method. Okay na? Without a method without implementation or body is known as abstract method, or a method that is declared with abstract keyword is known as abstract method, or a method that has been declared but not defined in an abstract method. So different definitions we wrote here. So that is called abstract method. So syntax for abstract method. This is also very important question for 2 marks on essay. So abstract is the keyword we are using. Okay, abstract, return type, method name, parameter, list, and with semicolon. This is the syntax for abstract class. So we are using abstract keyword in front of this definition. Okay, abstract, return type, method name, parameter, list, and with semicolon. Example. So keyword abstract, return type connect, method name DB connect, database connect, DB means database connect. So here parameter list. So URL dot uname dot pwd means what ma? These are the parameters. URL, user resource locator, address. So username and password. So whatever the parameters we want to use this. Okay, now this is the example for this abstract class. This is syntax for abstract class. So here we are taking the example abstract class. A class that is declared with abstract keyword is known as abstract. As I said in the previous, that is the statement, a class that is declared with the abstract keyword is known as abstract class. Another definition also there. What is that? What is that, ma? It doesn't have any implementation. It doesn't have any body. That class is also called as abstract class. So that is what my abstract. So that is a class name, excuse me. Abstract, for this syntax is abstract class, class name. So according to this previous definition, this is the syntax. According to this definition, this is the syntax. Here we can see any class that contains one or more abstract methods must also be declared as abstract. You can declare a class to be abstract even if it does not contain any abstract method. This prevents the class from being initialized. You cannot initialize, means cannot create any object, an abstract class, but you can create references to the particular abstract classes. So that is the advantage of these abstract classes. Okay, now when we are not create an object, but we can create the references for them. Okay, now then another point, an abstract class can also have concrete methods. You can extend an abstract class. Okay, how we can extend an abstract class? Point 1. If the subclass defines all the abstract methods, it is complete and can be initialized. Okay, when we completely initialize, automatically we can abstract the methods of particular subclass. Next point, if the subclass does not define all the abstract methods, it is incomplete and it is also an abstract class. Okay, like it is incomplete. It's not define all the abstract methods, but it is also an abstract class. So this is the program to demonstrate abstract class and method. This is the abstract class A. Abstract class A, parent class. So in this I wrote abstract void call me. So this is the abstract class and abstract method both. So I am using the keywords for the class and for the method also. Then void call me to. And this is a concrete method. This is a concrete method. So then we extends class B from class A. So void call me, according to void call me. So system dot out, and B is implementation of call me. So again close the method, close the class. Then we can write the main class abstract demo. So write the main method. So from this b dot b equal to b. So class name, object name is equal to new class name. Okay now, b dot call me, b dot call me to, two methods. So in this first we can write call me to, here we can write call me. So according to this we can get the output b's implementation of call me. This is a concrete method. So B implement the call me, that's why this is a concrete method. So this is the advantage of these abstract classes. Okay now. So in this class we are discussed about different concepts. So what is overriding? So what is final keyword? Where we are using this final keyword? So what is super class? So how we are in orderly extends the things from parent class to super class, and what is abstract class? So what is the advantage of abstract class along with their examples? Okay now. So in the second unit, we are having another two concepts, packages and interfaces. So I will explain those concepts in the next class, packages and interfaces. Okay. Thank you one and all. All of you stay, ma. I will take attendance.